What are customers looking for when they visit your website? That's what we're going to be covering in today's video. My name is Kevin from the Online Visibility Agency, and we're going to delve into what we understand that customers may be looking for when they come along and visit your website. Now, to understand what they're looking for, firstly, we need to know why and how they've found your site. And this will answer some of the questions straight away. So, for example, very rarely, let's say around about 10% of your traffic comes in via your homepage. Most people that will visit your site will visit via a blog page, a services page, maybe a profile page, or any of those things. So we can understand why they're coming in as soon as we understand how they've come in. So as an example, we can use things like Google Search Console, we can use Google Analytics, and this will tell us which pages are popular, which pages people have come in on, where the entry point into your site. In Google Analytics, certainly we can track what pages they've been to, how long they've spent on these pages, and where they've left. So that gives us some really valuable data, because often people just don't have a clue. All they look at is that big number with the graph going up and down, up and down. I've had this, I've had that, but don't actually know a little bit deeper as to what it is that they're looking for. Now, sometimes they'll look for the obvious, and the obvious goes back to the basics of what we should have on our website, and that should be an easy way for you to be contacted. So this should be either your or their preferred method: email, a WhatsApp button, a phone number, anything like that should really be visible on pretty much every single page, with the exception of a landing page, i.e. a sales page. So if you're looking to sell something on a page, so you've got maybe a digital course, maybe a training, maybe it's a webinar you want people to opt into, you don't want to have all that stuff on there. What you want them to do is just do that one thing, which is buy, subscribe, right? So you wouldn't want phone numbers and all that on there. Exclude those. Everywhere else, blog pages, services pages, homepage, team page, all of those, you need to have a way of being contacted, because ultimately, if they come to your site, they've come to your site because something has got them there. Either they've done a search in Google, you've come up, you've done your keywords correctly, they're looking, they've come in maybe on a blog post and they're reading it and going, oh, this is great, I need a bit more of this. How do I get in touch with these people? I've been on sites where I've had to hunt around for contact info, and it's frustrating. I leave and I move on to the next one, because if you're going to make it that difficult with a point of contact, how difficult are you going to make it when I want to inquire about something going forward? So I tend to ditch those ones and I just move on. Also, a pet peeve of mine at the moment is people having their social media icons at the top of their pages. You know, why do they want to come in via a social link or via Google, come on and be straight away told, get out of it, go back onto social media? They don't really. They want to progress in your own site, your environment that you have full control of, that you can help guide them through to the next part of what they're looking for. And this is really important. So we can find out what customers are looking for by checking out things like Google Analytics and Google Search. They're the easy ones. They're free. You can set them up reasonably straightforward. If you've got a webmaster, they just connect a bit of code in there and it just connects it up, and then you can log in. You don't need to understand all of the stuff going on in there. Just look at the client acquisition part of it, you know, and the journey part, where they've moved throughout your site, in and out, and where they've been in between. That's the useful bit. And that will give you the idea of what they're looking for when they come in. If, again, you're looking at it and your bounce rate's high, you know what they're looking for, you haven't got. Either they can't see it or it's the wrong information that's led them to your site. But generally speaking, keep it really straightforward. Keep it simple. Make sure, because ultimately the first thing that they will look for if they're interested in using your service, and dependent on the service, depending on whether, you know, if you're an emergency locksmith, if your number isn't plastered all over that site for them easily to just click and contact and ring you because they're locked outside their house, they're gone. So for an emergency locksmith, what are they looking for? Can you solve my problem? Are you local enough to solve my problem? And can I ring you right now? And if the answer to any of them is no, they're gone, right? For someone else, like maybe a business coach, the immediacy isn't always necessarily there. Maybe you want that what they're looking for is a way to get to know you a bit better. So therefore, to subscribe to something, maybe join a funnel of something, maybe come onto one of your free webinars or workshops, and to get to know you a bit more, but ultimately still have a way to contact you. So when you're looking at setting these up, don't do that no reply email nonsense, right? Because as a small business, it's a killer. It will just destroy you. If you send me a bunch of emails and you've got no reply on it, or don't reply to this email because it's not monitored, right? I'm not going to be bothered. I'm just going to feel like you're just selling in a way you want to sell to me, and you have no regard for me as the prospect, the lead, or the person that may be interested in your service at some point. So don't do that. Make sure that it's an email address that's monitored and that can receive email and reply to people, because the long game of the coaching and all of that stuff, it requires much more interaction than an emergency locksmith or an emergency plumber that's got water puffing out of everywhere and they need someone like yesterday. That's immediate. That's what they are looking for right then and right there. For somebody else that provides a different type of service, even with us as a marketing agency, they don't need us right here, right now. It can wait. There's not an immediate urgency for it. But if we don't make it easy for them at some point to contact us and have a conversation, then they're just going to move on, because it's human nature. It's the behavior of how people are. So what are customers looking for on your website? Easy to navigate, right information. You can find this out by going to Google Analytics, Google search, connect it up and see what their pathway is through your site, and easy ways of contacting you, either through the stuff you do in a funnel or a webinar or a workshop, or on your pages where they need to contact you a bit quicker. Look at your sites, have a look and see where you may be missing a trick, because if you're not getting the interaction you're looking for, it's probably because of one of those reasons. And your stats, your deeper stats, not just your number, will probably give you the answer why. Have a good day. See you on the next video.